Well, Debby has spent the week punishing the southeastern United States. The post-tropical system has killed at least 8 people across the region. It's now moving north after hanging over North Carolina. Deadly tornadoes and severe winds caused extensive damage to homes, killing 2 more people. And in Raleigh, 3 children were rescued after they tried to cross a fast-flowing creek. Meanwhile, 1 person was injured when a Southwest Airlines flight from Manchester, New Hampshire to Baltimore hit turbulence from the storm. According to the airline, the passenger was out of their seat while the plane was descending and the fasten seatbelt sign was on. And for more on the forecast, let's bring in meteorologist Kelly Cass from our partners at the Weather Channel. Kelly, good morning.
Good morning, Doug. We still have what's left of Debby. No longer a tropical system, but it's still expected to cause a lot of problems from Virginia northbound into the Northeast. That's where we're still seeing some flooding rain at times with rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. It is a system that's filled with tropical moisture, so we'll easily see some flooding in upstate New York. Along with the flooding, there is that chance of severe weather, including isolated tornadoes that cannot be ruled out across the Hudson Valley, even down towards New York City, Philadelphia, the Adirondacks. Watch out for flooding there, and even the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, where we've already experienced some flooding overnight. And we've got an additional 3 to 5 inches of rain on the way. As you can see in the yellow, even the darker green, 2 to 3 inches is enough to cause flooding in some spots. By the way, there's something else we're watching in the Atlantic. This does have a chance of developing as it gets closer and closer to the Caribbean islands. And just a reminder, we are still approaching the peak of hurricane season, which goes all the way through the end of November. And for more in-depth coverage, you can watch the Weather Channel on cable or live on your favorite TV streaming devices. Doug, back to you.
All right, Kelly, thanks very much. Well, while Debby is no longer a tropical storm, the system is still causing issues for travelers. According to the flight tracking service FlightAware, more than 1,400 flights have been delayed within, into, or out of the United States so far today. More than 160 cancellations have been reported, and CBS News senior transportation correspondent Kris Van Cleave is at Washington's Reagan National Airport for us this morning for more on this. And how big of a disruption has Debby already been to travelers here in the U.S., Kris?
Well, I think when you look at Debby coupled with the thunderstorms and the severe weather that we've had in the Northeast this week, you're approaching 10,000 flight cancellations since last Friday. More than 62,000 delays. You're going to see the delay numbers in particular climb as this storm moves through areas of the Northeast today. I think probably what we saw in Charlotte yesterday will be a good barometer for what to expect as this moves through Washington, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston. About half the flights in and out of Charlotte yesterday, a busy hub for American Airlines, they were delayed. They didn't see an exorbitant amount of cancellations, but a lot of delays. And that's what we're starting to see play out here. We've had some periods of very heavy rain. We've been under a tornado warning on and off this morning, which is unusual for the D.C. area. We've seen points where traffic has been paused here at Reagan National Airport. And I expect that will continue to be something we'll see on and off throughout the day. We're also seeing extensive delays starting to line up at major airports. Looking at D.C., it's about a 30-minute average delay. Newark, about an hour. LaGuardia, about an hour. JFK, 30 minutes. Those are all increasing, according to the FAA. So it's going to be a day where you're going to need to be patient if you're traveling, much like most of this week. If you've been flying in or out of the Northeast, I would expect it to be one where you're probably not going to get in or out on time, particularly when the heavy bands of this storm come through, Doug.
Kris, I think most travelers, especially with a storm system of this size, understand that flights are going to get delayed and get canceled. There's nothing that anyone can do, but it's the response from airlines sometimes that leads to frustrations from travelers. How are the airlines responding to these problems?
Well, so the airlines have had travel waivers up for the better part of the last week around this storm, which allow people to change their flights without additional cost. Or they can cancel them as well. I think what's been challenging here is they've been studying the forecast, and they went into today pretty optimistic that they would be able to largely operate with this kind of weather. I mean, this is mainly a rain event, so provided there's not flooding at an airport or prolonged thunderstorms, something like that, very high level winds, they should be able to operate at least the bulk of their schedule. But a lot of this depends on also how air traffic control decides to handle the conditions. If they slow the traffic in and out of the New York City area substantially, for example, that's going to create a situation where flights are going to get canceled, delays are going to stack up, and that's not necessarily something the airlines could predict. And that's where you start to see people get stuck at airports, which you try to avoid. So that's a bit of a question mark. But the airlines were pretty optimistic that today would be manageable for them. I think this is a delay maker more than a cancel creator, if that makes sense.
Yep, makes total sense. Kris Van Cleave for us from Reagan National Airport. Kris, thank you.